From Spain to Denmark, Princess Leonor and Prince Christian, royal love without borders. From the royal palaces of Spain to the historic halls of Denmark, love has crossed borders, uniting two crowns in a way no one saw coming. But just as the world prepares to celebrate, questions rise, secrets whisper, and the very future of Europe's monarchies hangs in the balance. How did a love story between two young royals become a global turning point? And why does this wedding matter far beyond the walls of their kingdoms? Princess Leonor of Spain, heir to the throne, has spent her life under the weight of duty, expectation, and tradition. Prince Christian of Denmark, the quiet yet charismatic son of Crown Prince Frederik and Princess Mary, has grown up in a family watched as much for its glamour as for its responsibility. Together, they form more than just a couple, they form a bond that is rewriting the story of modern royalty. The announcement of their union has sent shockwaves across continents. Newspapers screamed headlines, television anchors debated every detail, and millions rushed to social media to express their amazement, their doubts, and their emotions. Yet behind the public spectacle, a quieter, deeper story unfolds, a story of young love navigating centuries-old traditions, family expectations, and the scrutiny of nations. The world expected Leonor to focus solely on her role as the future Queen of Spain. Many believed her life would be bound by duty, not romance. And yet, against that backdrop of certainty, she chose love. She chose Christian. And that choice is not just personal, it is political, it is symbolic, it is revolutionary. But what makes this royal wedding different from others before it? Why does it feel less like a ceremonial celebration and more like a turning point in Europe's history? To answer that, we must look at the past. Royal marriages once served as strategies, alliances forged to protect empires, secure territories, and strengthen bloodlines. Yet here, in the 21st century, we see something far more human. This marriage is not about land, nor war, nor power. It is about two people choosing one another across nations. Spain and Denmark are not merging their crowns, but they are uniting their futures in a symbolic act of hope. Still, hope is never without challenge. Inside the Spanish royal household, debates have reportedly raged. Was this the right move for a future queen who must carry the weight of an entire nation? Could the Spanish monarch afford to tie its destiny to a Danish prince, however noble and well-liked? And within Denmark, whispers rose. Was Christian prepared for the intensity of Spanish media, the endless speculation, and the expectations placed on anyone linked to Leonor? These tensions feed into the fascination surrounding the wedding. Every new detail released only adds more questions. The date, the guest list, the ceremonial traditions. Each answer leads to another mystery. Who will walk beside Leonor as she takes this historic step? Which world leaders will attend? And perhaps most importantly, how will this union shape the Spain and Denmark of tomorrow? Global reactions reflect the stakes. In Spain, many celebrate the love story, seeing Leonor's decision as proof of her humanity and strength. She is not a distant figurehead but a young woman following her heart. In Denmark, Christian has been lifted as a symbol of dignity and honor, praised for winning the heart of a future queen. Yet across the UK, France, and the United States, commentators point out the weight of responsibility that such love brings. Can two young royals truly balance the demands of love and legacy? And then there is the question of image. The Spanish crown has been under pressure in recent years, with controversies that shadowed King Philippe's reign. For many, Leonor is the light meant to restore the monarchy's credibility. A wedding filled with joy, elegance, and international unity could symbolize a new dawn. But only if it is carefully navigated. What no one can ignore is the emotion behind the story. Imagine the moment. Leonor in her wedding gown, walking through the cathedral, every step echoing centuries of history. Christian waiting, a symbol not just of love but of trust, of unity, of destiny. Families watching, some with tears, some with pride, and perhaps some with silent fear of what this marriage may bring. And millions watching on screens worldwide, whispering, cheering, debating, each person feeling part of a history that is unfolding live. And yet, with every fairy tale image, shadows remain. What sacrifices must Leonor make as a future queen to embrace this love? What sacrifices must Christian accept to join a throne not his own? Will this union create unity, or will it spark rivalry among nations already navigating delicate balances of tradition and modernity? The answers will not come quickly. This wedding is not just a single day, it is the beginning of a lifetime of scrutiny. Every gesture, every decision, every word will be weighed as if it carried the crown itself. And the world will not just watch, it will judge. But maybe, just maybe, that is the power of this story. It reminds us that even in the gilded cages of royalty, hearts beat, choices matter, and love has the power to shake kingdoms. Leonor and Christian are not just two names in a headline, they are two young people who dared to choose each other across borders, expectations, and centuries of history. So as Spain and Denmark prepare, as palaces bustle with plans, as the world waits for the grand ceremony, one truth remains: this is more than a wedding. This is a story of love defying tradition, of royalty embracing humanity, of nations finding unity in the most unexpected way. From Spain to Denmark, from palaces to people's hearts, this wedding crosses borders. And in doing so, it may just redefine what it means to be royal in our time.